Hello. Hello. Hi. I am Spantopia Rose, but you can call me Span. How are you? Firstly, I just want to say thank you. You're amazing. You are so supportive. Thank you. All of the comments that was left after my last video were just so wonderful and supportive and just nice and kind and loving. Made me feel really like I'm making the right decision. So thank you. I'm attempting softly spoken today because I haven't done that in quite some time, and I'm really excited to make ASMR videos again, which I didn't really get not excited about it, but I don't know, you know what I mean. Watch the last video if you're interested and haven't watched it. So this month is art theme. This month has an art theme, and it is mushrooms. These are some mushrooms that I just did earlier today. They are Pyrography with watercolours. You can see here the watercolours have bled. But yeah, the theme of this month is mushrooms for art, and that is decided over on Patreon. So thanks to my wonderful patrons, I put up a little poll, and then they decide between usually only two things, what theme the next month should be. So if you would like to help make that decision, you can head over to Patreon, and over there now I have three different tiers, three different support tiers on Patreon, and they are all my Willow Whispers. There's the $3 section, which is the only section I had available earlier, and I now have a $6 and a $9 option, and the $6 option will get you a monthly colouring in page, which hopefully will be in the monthly art theme, and the $9 tier will get you all of that, as well as a digital art commission of your choice. Yeah, for monthly subscriptions of $9. But no pressure. I just thought I would put more art options up because that was just stickers and ASMR options. So thank you so much to all my Willow Whispers, my patrons, Willow Whispers, for choosing this month's theme, which I was really excited about because I do love mushrooms and they're so easy, relatively easy for me to draw. Like looking at drawing these, sketching these up and making this whole process of these mushrooms, I didn't look at any references. Granted, I've been looking at references for the rest of the 9 days of this month, or 10 or 11 or whatever day it is today. But this is an inky cap mushroom, and this is a fly agate, fly aggregate. I can't remember the words, but the others are all just made up from my head. But yeah, I didn't have to look at any references to create these, and that is a sign of something easy to draw for me because I am happy with the way these have turned out. So we've got a mushroom stem and a cap, and it's a sort of pinkish red colour with white spots. And then next up we've got a long mushroom stem and a little pointy cap with yellow with black spots. Next up we have a mushroom stem with a purplish blue pointed cap, which has black spots on it but has also bled into the surrounding wood because the watercolor I was using at that point was a little bit too runny. I added too much water and it seeped out into the cracks of the wood grain. I did try to sand it back, but it didn't take all of the colour off, unfortunately. So next up I've got these 3 long, tall, burnt stems with orange caps and black spots. And then we've got this little guy who's a little bit ugly. He's a brown mushroom with a brown stem and a sort of crackly top. And then last of all, we've got an inky cap mushroom. Now I've only just learnt about this mushroom. I've only just found out it existed, but hashtag aesthetics. It is so cool. All of these, the inky bits are all liquid and they're dripping down from the cap of the mushroom, which is white on top, and then it's like all the colour is seeped down into the inky cap, and the stem is white on those. So this is a wood burning, pyrography wood burning, just on some craft wood that I got from the art store a long time ago, and thought I would just experiment with it and see how I went. Yeah, just there's a little panel board, and I've written my name in the corner there, signed it, even though it's not very good, not perfect. I also finished the face of it with a with a timber polish. So I've polished the surface of this wood with a timber polish called Bugman's Beeswax, and the timber polish has in it beeswax, boiled linseed oil and mineral turpentine. It just gives artworks and wood products a nice finish, although I will admit that timber polish. I will admit that it worked on the second object I'm going to show you, the second wood burning, better than the first one, because I'm not sure if you can see, but it's quite messy up here. I didn't do a very thorough job, and I didn't think about things getting into the grooves of the wood grain where they're not supposed to. So that's some learning. That's some learning for me to do. But yes, this panel of mushrooms has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 mushrooms. Do you like the watercolor coloured versions of pyrography, or do you prefer a more traditional, just wood burnt colour onto the wood? So the next piece of artwork that I also did today is very small. It's a little wood round. That I wood burned a mushroom into it. Now this mushroom doesn't have the colours of this panel. This mushroom is just a I guess is monotone the right thing? But that is an unfinished piece of wood, and this is a finished surface. But because these are different types of wood, it's hard to tell. But if you look closely at this wood grain, And then I show you the other side. It's a much darker, richer colour because it has been finished, whereas this side has not. It's a bright, lighter colour, whereas this side is a richer colour. Now if I was clever, and what I might do in the future is to put the polish on the background but not on the cap, because then you would get this bright white shining through on the cap of the mushroom. And I think that would just look really cool. This is a pointy hand-drawn mushroom without a reference that I've tried to put some grass growing up next to it and just do a little bit of shading, on the inky cap there, just a little bit of shading. And on this side, we have a short, squat mushroom with lots of spots, and then I did lots of dots in the background. And the background also has the swirls of the wood grain on both sides. And it's got the bark of the wood still on, which is really cool. I feel like this is a lovely cottagecore aesthetic. It's so small, it's tiny weeny. I was expecting it to be larger, the woods, because I ordered them online, but that's my own fault. But still, they're super adorable, really cute. I like them. Yeah, so these are the mushrooms that I've done so far. I've also done some sketches in my art diary that you can find up on Instagram. They're just very basic sketches. They're not all that professional or detailed, just line work basically. But I have learnt that there are a whole bunch of different names, like the inky cap, but there's like a destroying angel. That's so cool. And I think one was like, not bitumen, tar, concrete, pavement, the pavement mushroom. But yeah, just lots of different names of mushrooms that I've never seen before. And did you know that there are a whole variety of mushrooms that glow in the dark? They're bioluminescence. There is so much about fungus I do not know. But this month there's going to be a fungal infection in the art videos, because of the fungus theme, the mushroom theme. Right, I'm going to stop talking now, so I really hope you enjoyed this little art video, and I just again want to say the biggest thank you to you. Thank you so much for just being so amazing and so supportive, and yeah, so positive and kind. And yeah, I will finish this video just by doing some fast tapping on these mushrooms. Yeah. So good night, sleep well.